Welcome to These Matters Matter with Zola. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about relationships. So, what makes a good relationship? What do you think makes a good relationship? In my opinion, a good relationship should be one where you feel free to express yourself. You have time for fun, laughter, jokes, freedom. You can exist and be, and just be you. No being superficial, where you can really be you. The you that you wouldn't necessarily show out at work fully, the you that you wouldn't show out in other places, but when you're with the people whom you really have good relationships with, you are in that position where you can fully express yourself. A good relationship would be one where there's no violence, there's no aggression, where you can state your views in such a way that even if there's disagreement, you can still work together. I'll just go to relationships when it comes to friends. If indeed you have a good relationship with your friend or friends, you should be able to take criticism from them and they should be able to criticize you, but it's constructive criticism. It's that kind of criticism where they tell you exactly how you behaved and how poorly you behaved and tell you that you need to change and you can accept that. And you're willing to take that and change. And they tell you in a manner in which you can tell that they love you. They want you to prosper. They want you to be good. They don't want you to be embarrassed. For that reason, they'll tell you, and your relationship will still remain intact. Even if you get mad at each other for the fact that you told each other truths, you can still make up in an easy way. Good friends are those whom you don't even speak with for a very long time, but when you meet them or when you pick up the phone and talk to them, it's as if you didn't even part. I'm privileged to have such friendships, and I know, like, if I showed up at their doorstep at 3 a.m., they would let me in. That kind of friendship. And there are those friendships as well where, oh God, sometimes you laugh because I'm just thinking of the different friends in my life, and there are some who you know that this is your buddy, your mate, where they can come into your house and as they're talking to you, they haven't even greeted everybody, but as they're talking to you, they've opened the fridge, they've taken out a drink, they're sipping it, or they just opened the pots and they're checking out what you've cooked and they're eating it, and then just before they leave, they'll be like, when did you buy that top? Like, how come I don't know it? And they want to go with it. My sister was like that too. She'd be the type of sister who was a friend, I would pack my bag and be like, bye, and months later, I meet her or I bump into her and I see her wearing one of my tops and I'm like, what? Like, hey, isn't that mine? And she'll laugh and I'll just know that she stole it from me, basically. Anyway, so those are the kind of friendships. So you can be friends with your sisters, you can be friends with friends, from another mother or another, from somewhere else, or friends from work, like from church, or you met them at a party. You can have friends, from everywhere. But as long as that relationship is a good one, you'll thrive and you'll know. So you can also have those type of friendships that are also toxic. They're friends who will bring you down, friends who won't celebrate you. A real friend will celebrate you. A real friend will also lift you. They'll build you. They'll make suggestions for you, sometimes with you. Sometimes you could be in a bad space, you could be depressed, you may not be feeling too great about yourself. Things could be hard sometimes in your life for whatever reason, something could be going on, but a real friend will try and encourage you. A real friend will come and take you out for a coffee or even hang around with you in your house. A real friend will be free to make a meal for themselves or for you, or you could go out to dinner together, you can go and have a coffee together, you can go and have a movie together. But what I'm just trying to say is you need to be able to know when a friendship is toxic. You need to know when you're around people who your spirit feels very heavy when you're with them, or whenever you've done something good, they won't celebrate with you, or they're jealous of your milestones. They're jealous of, or suppose maybe you're getting married and they're not happy about that, or you graduated, you finally got that degree and they're not celebrating you. That should tell you something. That's a red flag. That should tell you something. So look, it's important to have friendships that are positive, and friends who are able to pray with you, friends who are able to cry with you, friends who are able to get mad with you, crazy with you. Those type of friends who you just as long as they're around, you just know it's going to be fun. So I pray that we will all have positive relationships with friends which will lift us, friends who will build us, friends who will celebrate us, and even friends who will be able to welcome new friends. The other friends who, when you have new friends, they don't like it. That's also another red flag. So it is my prayer that as we continue in this life, we nurture our good friends, we keep our good friends, we know when it's time to walk away, and also be in a position to make new friends, because that's it. That's growth. Also, when it comes to relationships, in terms of our partners, our lovers, our husbands, there needs to be respect. If you feel there's no respect, that there's aggression, there's violence, you're not listened to, I'm not saying just walk away. Every good relationship is important in the sense that you need to work at it. So you need to be able to sit down and talk things over, not to just sit in a relationship and accept everything that isn't working well. But look, these are things that need to be worked on. These are things that if you want to have a successful relationship, you need to work at it. If you look at relationships that have been successful in the past, people who have been together for a long while, talk to them. You'll be surprised that they have had their moments when things have been really hard, but they worked at it. So any relationship, be it with your husband, your friend, your mother, your sister, your colleagues at work, you have to work at it. You have to make time for it. Time as in quality time. You have to spend time together. You have to try and just make things work. So here's to positive, healthy, wonderful relationships where there's celebration, where there's joy, even where there's difficulty, relationships where we can support each other and work together. Cheers. Next time we can touch on another topic, or we can come back here and speak about relationships again. Either way, I enjoyed speaking with you today, and hope we meet next time. What I'll say for now is drop your comment below, click the subscribe button, let's chat, let's talk. These matters matter. Until next time.